They're prepared for enemy contact, recovery operations in all climate zones, and comprehensive medical care.
All right, y'all, welcome back to Combat Arms channel. Okay, so today we're checking out something from the German Armed Forces. Now, we've checked out the KSK, we've checked out the German Marines. Today we're going to be checking out something a little bit different. So this is their Special Forces Command Specialized Medical Platoon. Now, when I hear something like a specialized platoon, I think it's sort of like its standalone thing, but I'm not sure if these guys are going to be like normal special forces operators that just happen to have like an increased medical capability, or if they're going to be more like the U.S. Air Force's paratroopers, like the PJs that are pretty much only focused on medical care and assisting with evacuation. So I'm kind of interested to see what these guys do. Again, it is just a specialized medical platoon, so it's not like a huge unit. So I'm not sure how much support these guys get, and I'm not sure if they just get like tasked out to other units. So it'll be cool to check out. This video is about 5 minutes long, so nothing too crazy. And this is from the German Army YouTube channel, so pretty good stuff on here. And this one also has like an English narrator over it, which will help explain and give me a little bit more understanding of what's being said. So yeah, let's check it out. These guys look pretty cool.
Special Forces command soldiers are also trained to free hostages all over the world.
Fast roping is so fun.
In every climate zone, on land, in the air, and at sea.
All right, you guys already know we got to check out the gear. Okay, so I mean they look like special operators for sure. They have some nice G36s. They're doing some awesome fast roping. He's got EOTech with a magnifier. Looks like a flashlight here. Nice high cut helmet. And yeah, of course, he's got his face covered. Pretty
Climate
operator.
zone, on land, in the air, and at sea, and at every threat level.
Okay.
In the event of casualties during special operations, it's these men who offer them medical care. The team from Special Forces Command Specialized Medical Platoon.
Okay, makes sense so far.
I would say that Special Forces Command Medical Service operates fundamentally
Okay, I'm sorry, like, I was not expecting the translator to be like some old British dude. I don't know, normally the translator or the voiceover is like sort of someone that matches what they would look like, but I honestly have no idea how old this guy is anyway, because maybe he is old. I just can't, I mean, you can't really tell. But okay, so again, it is going to be kind of hard to pin what these guys do specifically. Now, it's one thing to be a special forces operator. That takes a whole level of expertise and attention to detail and just like perfection of your craft. But being like a medical personnel in those units, like those guys need to be super squared away, in really solid shape, just extremely good under pressure, because you know the people that they're going to be caring to and tending to are probably going to be some pretty high value people, whether it be the operators themselves or people that they were, you know, trying to like bag and tag or something. So very important job.
And medical service operates fundamentally differently to the Bundeswehr's other medical
Hell yeah.
service, because you have to be able to carry out very complex processes to a very high medical standard under massive pressure within the scope of mission command.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This catalogue of demands is evident from their equipment.
Nice
They're
gear.
prepared for enemy contact, recovery operations in all climate zones, and comprehensive medical care.
Hell yeah. Whoa. That looks
Over
fancy.
the next few hours, the soldiers must get through various practice scenarios.
Okay.
This is a contaminated and dangerous area.
Oh, dude, that's
this
a whole
comes
nother
under the phase
thing.
of care called care under fire, i.e. I do the bare minimum and get the patient to a secure position.
Yep.
It makes no difference whether the
Right, so care under fire is pretty simple. A lot of people are trained to do care under fire, but to be able to do it as fast as these guys do, it probably takes... Oh, sorry, I'm getting a call. Yeah, so it probably takes a whole level of just like attention detail and perfection. Again, like going up to someone who's injured and trying to evaluate it on the spot while you're still getting, because again, it's care under fire. So while you're getting engaged and you're making this quick assessment, it takes a lot for you to dial in and be able to assess that as quick as possible and actually give that care. So you know these guys are going to be super squared away.
casualty is friend or foe, or what caused the incident. The most important thing is that the patient survives.
There you go. So he's got to make that.
In this situation, stop the bleeding, protect the airways.
A contaminated environment, that's way harder to do. I like the simulated casualties though. That's good training. That's always good training.
When using respiratory protection in the civilian sector, for a firefighter, 30 to 45 minutes is normally the maximum. In our operational scenarios, that's not possible. We demand that people are extremely fit because the operation can be very protracted.
Good word. I like it.
In the next scenario, the casualty is hard to reach. The Special Forces Command Specialized Medical Platoon must think outside the box.
Okay. Little air insertion. These are some nice facilities, dude. Oh, dang. Okay. This reminds me of the Iranian embassy siege, where the SAS dude got set on fire.
We have constructed a block and tackle with pulleys, so that we can first hoist the casualty onto the balcony and then treat him there.
Wow.
The exercise casualty is going to pull through.
Dude, that's awesome.
It's only an upper
Again, when you have these like facilities that are dedicated just to these people, it's super awesome because again, they don't need to like reserve land, they don't need to reserve a time, they don't need to necessarily even schedule it. They can just go out there. If they come up with like a cool scenario or something that they might have seen actually on mission, they can go and practice that, especially if they didn't feel like they reacted appropriately or if they just want to, you know, think out of the box, like think outside the box like they were saying with this. It's just awesome to have those dedicated facilities that allows you to do it. And if you have, you know, nice equipment, it helps a lot too, because you can see they're able to hoist him up, and that's like, it's just a cool solution to do.
arm amputation on the right side. We haven't made any further assessments. Because he'd been hanging there quite a while, he's lost a lot of blood.
Yeah.
As well as ropes, the medics use hydraulic lift mechanisms, power saws, hammers,
Very
pickaxes,
cool.
and many other tools in order to free casualties from any imaginable situation. They have to improvise and be flexible. Each challenge is different.
Nice. They just get to tear apart this car. Very cool.
It's not just about the equipment they use. The men also have to keep practicing getting to the site of operation.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see some CQB stuff? Or are they gonna be fast
Our
roping?
air mobile emergency physician team who will take charge of the casualties.
So legit. He's got a big bag on him. Probably like a medical bag, but pretty big. That's a sick helicopter. Okay.
Intensive
Yeah, so
medical-
again, like I imagine these guys just run with the special operators, but I'm not sure because we can see like they're being like called in. So I think they might just be like almost on standby. Of course, I'm sure they can do a lot so that the actual special forces, the other special forces guys can do as far as like CQB tactics, because we saw them moving through the house and whatnot. So I'm sure they get a lot of training with that. But you can see they're sort of like called in, and then they actually brought in the bird and they fast roped in. So that's just like an awesome thing to have on standby. Now with the U.S. Air Force Pararescuemen, I'm not sure if they actually get that same sort of like training, if they have to like train to insert their personnel like that. But most of the time, from what I've seen, they generally just land the bird or the helicopter, bring the casualty to them, and then they do the care. And of course, they do it to a high degree, and they do it under a certain level of stress because it usually is a pretty hot LZ. But this is cool, like inserting like that.
Also part of the spectrum of tasks. There's a good reason why they train as realistically as possible.
The bottom line for our teams, for our operational elements, is not the question of whether they will go on a mission or when they'll go on a mission. In fact, it's constant. They go on missions in rotation. They go on standby in rotation. For example, for rescues and liberations. And they train for this between each mission and between being on standby in order to be appropriately prepared.
So it's just
for
happening
these
all the
phases.
time. That's a
Being a
good point.
soldier in the Special Forces Command Specialized Medical Platoon demands a lot of strength, time, and work. The commitment is worth it.
I'm in my dream post in my career nirvana. I have the opportunity to work with the best people, which is very rewarding. And I've been to corners of the world I never even knew existed. As I said, the job satisfaction is incredibly high, despite the pressure.
Yeah, it looks legit.
A post which requires humility, as hardly anyone knows what to expect during their secret special operations.
I like it. Nothing like a cool guy picture. I can appreciate that. All right, so pretty solid video, very high quality as well. So I did appreciate the English overlay for that, because again, you can get a little bit more understanding as to why they do it and their explanation as far as like, yeah, we're doing this stuff all the time, so we need to be proficient. Like, there's really no time to slack off. Like with conventional forces, you have a deployment schedule, but it's not generally set in stone. Like, it's not a rotation, so to speak. So it's kind of hard to prepare, the mindset as much as these guys. You can definitely prepare all the time. However, people just tend to get complacent if they're, training for a year or 2 years before actually going on deployment, because people tend to think, okay, I'm probably never going to use this. But these guys definitely have the mindset that they're going to use it because they're doing stuff all the time. So really cool job. Again, you can see he loved it, and it just seems like an awesome opportunity as well, because you're going on deployment, you're going all over, you have this awesome equipment, you have this awesome mission set, you're around a bunch of really cool individuals that are serious about their job and super proficient with what they do. So yeah, I'm sure it would be a pretty awesome position. Very high stress, but at the same time, less nonsense going on in the background as far as like stuff you'd see with conventional forces. So this was awesome to check out. Again, this is from the German Army YouTube channel. So I'll put the original video in the description for you guys to check out. And there's also a German version in this video description if you guys want to go check that out as well. But really cool units. Again, really cool to check out these units from all over. It's cool to see like the nuances of how people implement or even develop units around the special forces, because I mean, every country has it a little bit differently, and they have different like mission sets and focus. So it's cool to see how they sort of organize everything. But this was awesome to check out. Again, it's cool to see the awesome gear and the fast roping. But I can talk about these guys all day. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to hit the thumbs up. Definitely consider subscribing. I do appreciate it. If you're not subscribed already, it allows me to know what you guys want me to check out, because you guys can put your recommendations down in the video comments, and then I can go and check it out and share all these awesome units with all these people from all over the world. So it's just cool. We can sort of reciprocate all that knowledge and just check out all these badass people as well. Again, I will be trying to do more historic videos and a bunch of different content like that, especially when I'm going back to the States. The content might shift a little bit as far as what I have access to, so definitely stand by for that. It'll be cool to sort of experiment with different video ideas and see what you guys think about it. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, thank you for watching. That is it for this video, so I will see y'all in the next one.